guys, welcome to Soul Stroll. I'm Leah, this is Daniela.
Hi.
We are very, very good friends, and we're kind of doing right now what we usually do. We meet and talk about spiritual things. So, what's going on in the world right now, Dani?
That's a huge question.
It's a very big question.
Very good question. What's going on? Like we were saying, a lot of people are awakening. This is the main things, and we notice this all the time, going around. Like there is alignment, things that, like a situation where you understand and you recognize that more and more people are awakening because they start randomly to talk about some topics.
Right. I also got the experience that people that I would never think before, like these are people that are 100% agnostic. They will always tell me, I don't want to hear about God or soul or anything. No one has proven it, and I don't want to talk about it. And now they're listening to me or to other people or to videos, and they're like more. I'm not saying they could completely change their logic, but they're like more open to hear about it because we are all feeling some sort of energy.
Exactly. Exactly what's happening. Like people that you don't expect, they suddenly start to listen. They want to know some things, and I think because everyone can feel the energy, because what's actually happening is this change of the vibration of the planet.
Right. It's important that we mention it right now. We don't want to tell you how to think. You should check, research, do your own research.
Of course,
and find what you see. It's all out there. We've done some research, and we've seen things, and
it's not just about research, but really going inside you and feel how it resonates with you, and it's really going inside. It's opening like a channel where really that you feel what's happening for you to even beyond the mind, let's say. Because I'm receiving this from people. Sometimes I talk with them and I say probably because I feel this at some level, and they say yes. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I feel at some level really this.
Exactly.
And so it's just that you are able, because of the things that we were saying, to align in a way that more and more people have this open channel, that they're really able to listen to themselves at some level.
And we both felt this kind of chain effect, right?
Yes.
So we were always like researching things, reading. I'm on this like highway since 2001.
Me 2011.
And so we always were on that kind of side of research and spirituality, and we both learned Kabbalah, yoga philosophy, many philosophers, many other principles, shamanism, and many more things.
A lot, putting all together, including quantum physics, that I always mention because it's also connecting everything.
Right. And now this is a very special time. So we've been on the way, and now we feel we kind of need to use everything. So it used to be theory, and now this is like forcing from the background into the front.
Exactly. It's like you felt that there was that was a preparation for something that that we had, and many people like us, the feeling that should arrive, that we need the preparation for something, and now we feel like, okay, now is the moment. And lately more and more was faster and faster and faster because of this, at least for me.
There is no delay, basically. So things that we are all manifesting our life. We are all little creators that are creating things. And many years ago there was a very huge delay, so it was very hard, very difficult to notice in what way we affect our reality. But this delay it's shrank so badly. Like it's so instant. You probably see and notice how fast things change, right? And so what's going on right now? Like
We were speaking about the chain of also the chain.
Right.
Because now
Let's
it's happening often and often that you realize like you're receiving message for someone, like you're receiving more knowledge, and then you are pushed in place and with people that you have to deliver this message, and they are ready to receive this message, and they are delivering to other people, because this is, I think, and that's from a is the biggest plan that is not on us, but it's because in this moment, so we have like a time to readjust where more and more people have to awaken.
Yeah, awaken and share.
Yeah, and
So
share. Since
we
we are all
really-
connected, like the knowledge and everything, it's like moving between person and person and person.
So we can literally feel the net of the connection. And it really happens to me that when I'm feeling frightened on a very low frequency or energy, then I find a messenger or someone that comes into my life. It can be in any form. It can be a message from a friend. It can be an article. It can be a YouTube video. It can be something.
Yes.
Or just Daniela telling me something that like shifts something. But things are changing. And I'm seeing how I get so much support, and that even the information is coming towards us without a delay. So if before you had to wait for like a month and see, oh, Dan, I needed that answer, and then it comes like after a month. Now it's so instant that you can find the answers on the same day. And that's exactly what happened to you yesterday. That you kind of been brought into a place like a bar that you would usually never go step into, and you've been just there aligned with people that just wanted answers.
Yes, exactly. They need to receive that message, and I felt like really it was not even me, like there was this message that was necessary to deliver, and all the energy around there was in place. We really all felt that was like that.
Exactly. We both meditate every day, so we are trying to stay connected as possible, and we don't skip a day. Like I used to make breaks and stuff, and this is such a meaningful time that I feel I cannot miss a day ever right now. So we feel connected, and we see this alignment even more in our life. So when we need the answers, when we need information, it comes right away, and people are coming to us, or we are kind of finding ourselves in such situation where our knowledge is asked.
Yes.
Which is pretty amazing. So now we can go and talk about what's really happening, if we want to. So we're not going to go really deep behind the scene, what's going on, because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
we have a message for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's also not so important to rush, like go with the mind and understand exactly what's going on a practical level, because everything, I think, is important just on a spiritual level, about all the integration, like about what we have to do inside ourselves. Everybody of us as a like divine being. So we be aware of what we really are, and what how until now we were in a state where we were in this high density and in duality, in this state where we were not connected, and all the struggle also there outside
and we're still living in this world of duality, of not connection, and this is our life purpose, to go to this place and find our inner being that is connected.
It's like to raise all, like our consciousness in a singular way, but then to like the global consciousness of the human being, because we are all connected. So it's like the more we need to be like aligned in a way that we can create outside the we can manifest this new world, let's say, a new era, which is what we are.
The new era is here already. It is entering. It's right here. We all know that we've been put under a lockdown, and there were spiritual reasons for that.
Yes.
That was not the main purpose why we were in lockdown, like not on the physical level, but it was exactly meaningful and the right thing from the spiritual aspect.
Yeah.
So we've been under a lockdown, and the first phase was just this separation, which is exactly the energy we want to melt down. This feeling of separation. Because this is the main illusion, that we are separated. Because we're not. We're all connected. And once we will remember that we are connected, things are going to look so different in the world. But there are forces right now that are trying to raise fear, to lower the vibration. And how do you lower the vibration? You spread hatred, you spread fear to lower the energy.
You try to separate people, like divide et impera, of course, which it's how to keep us in more in the jail, or
Exactly.
and of course the worst weapon is that fear. Like the more powerful for them is the fear, because it's the lowest vibration.
Yes, it's a
On a
very
physical,
low vibration.
on a physical, like on a really scientific. You can measure this, like
Yeah. You can really measure, of course, vibrations of many frequencies, many feelings, and not just feelings. For every situation has a vibration, has a frequency,
Yes.
and we know that fear is one of the lowest of all, also scientifically proven, but it also has an influence on our four bodies. On many levels. So how do we raise our vibration? What do we do against this separation and against these vibrations?
We need to align with our heart, because it's the heart chakra, the opening of that, and opening of the chakra that flow the energy, realize our connection with the higher self and with the biggest, like with the this oneness. Of light, fountain of light, let's say.
Fountain of light,
Yeah.
of light, right?
Of light. Yeah.
Yeah. So we connect with our heart chakra. We keep our heart open. We don't fall into this this kind of imagination of that we are separated, because we're not. We have to feel that we are connected. Second of all, we can connect to our guides. Everyone on earth have guides from the from other world, from the upwards, from the downwards, and we can connect our guides. They're always there. We can't see them, but they exist, and you can try that. You can meditate, call them, and ask them to support you, ask them to love you, ask them to sense it, and you will sense it. The more resistance you'll have in your mind, by the way, the harder it's gonna be, because you have to melt down your resistance and come back from your mind to your heart. That's important in that process. Just let go, you know? Just let go and see what happens.
Exactly. Then you really can feel when the power that came when you opened this channel here on the heart.
Yeah.
And how that vibration is so high and so also contagious. Is the most is something that is really winning on top of everything, because it's as the highest power. So it's just that, like you really can feel how big this is when you go there. And as you said, when you meditate and you realize we have these guides and we are protected, like you can receive this message that if you go, like when you go in the direction, you are protected, you are guided to go in that way. And it's also the only direction where we can go, because this will happen in any case, because is how it should go. Is also there in every whole scripture. Like if you put all the points together,
it's just connecting the dots.
Yes. So it's just like to let the flow go more faster. Let's say don't have resistance to that.
Right. If you want to accelerate the process, just don't have resistance.
Yes.
There is another way to raise the vibration. That's listening to music that is high vibrational.
Yes.
There are like these hertz. I don't know how you call it. Not in German. These
Yeah,
like hertz
yes.
things that that you can find it on YouTube, for example. That they're for like some chakras. Do have many chakras, by the way, not just 7. But we kind of got stuck on the 7 main energy points. But that channeling music to open any chakra or to vibrate, and this is a time where it's very important to listen to very calm, vibrational music, also from people with a pure heart.
Yes.
That's actually very important.
It's very important. What arrives, what we let enter in us, because on the other hand, there are many other things that they're doing just the opposite. They're trying to lower our vibration, even when we don't notice that. There is a manipulation, a mental manipulation or something. They're trying to like use our energy on the other side.
Exactly. So just
it's very
make sure that you're connected to pure sources. If you have all these heart chakra opening or first chakra, there are like numbers of paths that you can.
Yeah.
I don't remember any numbers right now. Like 288 is for the first chakra, for example, and this is like a vibrational place, and it just meets us on that level. And
yeah, it's very important to be aware of what we are.
Yeah. Another thing to not be afraid, what helps me not to be scared, is to understand this is the world of duality. There's always going to be like the good and the bad, which is also, by the way, subjective according to our perception here. But what really helps me to stay calm is to understand the understanding that we have the choice. Like this is
Exactly. No, nobody can do anything without our consent.
Exactly. It's the world of choice, and this whole world is built on that understanding, on that law, basically,
Yes.
of the consent. And before we were coming here, we were eager to come here. We wanted to come here, and we kind of know already everything that is going to happen on some level. And we also chose everything. We signed for it.
Yes.
We wanted to be here. So basically, there's nothing to be afraid of. We kind of saw the script at the beginning. We said, okay, I'll go for that. I'm actually excited to do that. And our tool here on that realm of Earth, on this like Milky Way, this globe that we call Earth, our power here as a human, like the tool that we got, is the choice. Is the consent, is the focus on which way we go.
Yeah, let's say that I think another thing is like that the human at this point in the until now is just that forgot to have that power. It is like give that power to it's like give up to this power, and we just forgot that
Exactly.
we are the creator.
By the way, we came here to forget. That's completely normal. We came
with
to this density to forget.
Yes, like
in order to remember.
in order to evolve, yes, and to make experience and evolve. So yes,
Yeah.
so now is the moment that we are remembering. We need to remember, and we need to regain this
Yes.
power and understanding. So also these duality things, good and bad, it's on this plane. It's normal. Also, we have to go without a judgment on that, because it's not like a battle with against the bad. It's an integration, and is transcend the duality. Which means that we can look inside us, understand all this duality, integrate everything without judgment, without any kind of conflict. So also trying to use this rebellion or the conflict on the two parts, but just integrate everything and understand we're going in that direction. We're just handling everything with the power of this high vibration, unconditional love. We're going through the light, and we need to transcend everything. When we find a connection with the other self, we see this plane from another perspective. We recognize we can see everything from another point of view. So we are not more in the. It's like we're no more inside. We are not guided with emotional stuff, and we have the power to do this shift because we know we have the biggest picture.
And I think this shift is happening with or without us, and we can
Yes.
move
That's
on
true.
with it or resist it, which will cause, as always,
Yes.
more
And it's about the
obstacle, right? Like when we resist something.
yeah, of course, because the heart is going this.
The heart is going.
Not the planet.
Oh, the earth. The earth. The earth is
Yeah.
going towards the shift.
The shift.
It
so
was
the
planned a
vibration are
long time ago.
Yeah, the vibration are changing, and it's just
Yeah. And this is basically very soothing information because we came like we're very lucky to be at that point, that time, on that place, on planet Earth. This is
very
an amazing, exciting
yeah,
time.
exciting time. So everybody else decide to
Right.
stay here in this moment.
Yeah.
Really, we signed to be here. Somebody is, many people, so the people that are, let's say, ahead, that is not an ego things of any kind, it's just as it is, and they come with a soul experience to help the
To help the
raising,
shift,
the
to
shift,
help raise the
the
vibration.
raising of the consciousness in other human beings, so like opening the door for, as I would say, this chain where
Yeah.
we share, and it's everything interconnected in a very precise way.
Right.
And
Because we don't go there as individuals. There are
Yes.
no individuals.
yeah, we're connected.
There
we
is-
have this illusion of separation.
Exactly.
Exactly. Going in this, then when we really recognize this Maya.
The illusion, the
illusion of
Maya.
Maya.
Yeah.
And then that will change everything when we really can see the interconnection. We go beyond this, all the illusion we are living in this plane, in this moment, because it was also meant to be like that, because it's the plan of the evolution of
Yeah.
the human consciousness.
So, don't be afraid.
No, it's a very
Be
exciting.
connected.
Yes, when you start to feel this, you can just feel so good. Like you can really vibrate so high because you are understanding, like you're feeling this strong energy. You can feel the excitement, and you know we're going through that, and that also because when like this fear. That is trying to put back everything, and or people that are trying just to regain what they think that was their freedom, or but when you have this other feeling inside you, you know that we were not in a good place. Okay, it's just that now it's an extreme level because we need to wake up.
You're
faster.
talking about modern slavery, or
Yes.
yeah. Okay. To wrap it up.
Wrap it out. Like it's a very exciting moment. It's not the time to be in fear at all. It's a time to raise the unconditional love, to raise the vibration, to recognize we are a lot of power. We are divine, protected, connected with the source. And we're going through the most exciting change and the most exciting era and for the planet. So.
Yes. Stay connected, stay healthy. Thank you for joining us, Daniela and me, Liat, for Soul Stroll. Namaste.
Namaste.